Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Mystic Bunny Burrow. Today we are going to take a look at all the 12 zodiac signs for the month of May 2023. The topic that we are going to consider for this video is love, relationship, emotional changes, and spiritual growth. Okay, so this is an important part of our daily life, uh, the inner strength, the emotional changes that we go through every day. And this is what we are going to focus on for this video. Okay, and we are going to take a look at each and every zodiac sign according to this, and we are going to focus on what is going to happen for this month, what all we can expect for this month, and what all there is that might certainly change the way we look at things and the way we do things, because emotions are something that impact our daily life. We go through certain changes, emotional growth, spiritual growth every day, and this is what we are going to take a look at. Uh, we are going to see what all we can do to avoid certain negative stuff, and what all we can do to be more positive, to be more optimistic. Okay, so this is our today's reading. Okay, in today's sitting I'm going to take a look at all the 12 zodiac signs. The video would be distributed into two parts. Okay, so please watch both if you're interested, or whatever your zodiac corresponds to, you can watch that video. So now let me shuffle the card. The introduction was pretty long, but yes, it was important enough. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle them. So the first pile that we took out is for Scorpio, and they are known for their intensity, like, yes. And the cards that we have for them is our Eight of Wands in reverse, and the message card that we have from our spiritual deity is Krishna card, Lord Krishna. Now, when we look at the cards, let me focus it for a bit. Yes. Now, when we look at the card, this particular one, as you can see even in the picture, this is like in love tarot spread. If you are in a relationship, the Eight of Wands reverse is not a good omen, indicating a lack of progress or slow progress, okay? Lack of romance and a relationship losing its momentum. Like whether the relationship is new or you have been together for this for like years, this minor arcana card won't have too much impact, okay, because this is a minor arcana card. It's not a major arcana card. It won't have a long lasting impact on you, but in a reverse it can represent a lack of energy, excitement, or passion. Okay, it is a sign that the relationship is not moving forward at a speed you or your partner would like it to, as one or both of you is either hesitating or there's something wrong with your communication. If you are single, this Eight of Wands reverse indicates that you may meet someone whom you will initially be infatuated with or obsessed with, but the relationship will turn sour and you will soon begin to dislike this person intensely. And it might or might not happen, because this is just one option that we have with this card, just one gateway. Okay, it might not happen, but it might happen as well. Okay, if you had a holiday romance, then reality will kick in and you will wonder what you saw in them. So this card is like a bit on the negative side, and it's not really representing anything good. Okay, and you might be thinking that wow, this is such a lackluster card for Scorpio this month. But please don't worry too much, okay? Because even if this card means all the things that I've already said, this card does has a different path to it, okay? What I suggested was the one option that might happen with this card, the one path that might happen. But if you think about it, this lack of momentum is also a good opportunity for, connecting again with your loved ones, okay? Even if it's your family, not only your love partner, if it's your family, you can connect to them again. If there is something that you are missing or there is slow progress and everything seems to be falling out, then you just need to be more expressive to deal over it, okay? To deal with it, you need to be expressive. You need to be the opposite of being pessimistic, okay? That is how you can get over this, because if you are too much into the details of how things are going to end up slow or meaningless, then you just need to be more proactive. And when it comes to our spiritual growth, it is related to this, okay? It is telling me the energy that this card has. It is telling me that you might experience a lack of energy, or you are being affected by the negative energy, because even in the reading it is pretty clear that there is a certain negativity around you. And when this energy appears, maybe either you are having certain bad people around you who are impacting you like this, or maybe it's your work related issue. But you have to heal, okay? You have to try to relax and enjoy the journey, because you will get there. You will get to the destination that you have in mind, okay? Remember that your lack of progress or your lack of energy is just a part of your life, okay? And you would just have to get over it by yourself, okay? This doesn't mean that you need to be too much into the negativity. You just have to focus on all the positive things, okay? And when it comes to our Lord Krishna, the message that he has for you, he is a god of compassion and love, okay? So the message that he has for you is like he is trying to ask you whether you are enamored with something or you are captivated with love, okay? Or is there something that is making you realize that you do have a passion, but things are lackluster? And this card is connected to this one, so I am guessing that this is a similar message from the Lord, okay? He is telling you that you have to trust in the greater forces of universe, okay? And in return it supports you with its all encompassing arms, okay, embracing you like the stars in the sky. So this is a bit poetic, but yeah, it just means that you have to entrust yourself to the situation. You have to look forward to what is happening, okay? You don't have to be always very practical or realistic. You can have your own dreams and suggestions. So this message is just telling me that, like, when we connect it to the spread of this card, then it is telling me that you need to be focusing on the brighter side of your relationship with your family, your friends, or your lover, okay? You need to be focused on the brighter side of things, and that's how you will communicate in a better way, in a more optimistic light, okay? Maybe things are not going your way, maybe things are slowly progressing, or maybe things are ending, okay? And maybe there is a lot of negative emotions impacting you in this month of May, but all you have to do is focus on something positive, okay? Maybe it's your hobby or anything that is emotionally influencing you in a positive direction. You have to stay close to that, okay? So that's it for this Scorpio pile, and let's focus on the other pile next. Okay, so our next pile is of Leo. Okay, they are known for their self-confidence and loyalty. Now for them, we have the pile of swords, Ace of Swords in reverse, and we have Kundalini. Okay, now this is a message from the deity. We will take a look at it after we get through with our Ace of Swords card. Okay, now Ace of Swords in reverse, it just means that when it comes to love tarot reading, if you are in a relationship, this reverse card can indicate conflict or confusion in a relationship. Okay, but worry not. This minor arcana card reverse can tell you that if there is a miscommunication or lack of communication, this may be the cause of your issue in your relationship. Okay, however, it can also indicate a more deep-seated hostility or resentment leading to insults, arguments, and in extreme cases the destruction of the relationship. If you are single, this sword, Ace of Sword reverse, indicates that you may meet someone soon, or you may have an attitude or mindset regarding relationship that conflicts with your own. For example, if you are seeking a committed relationship, you may find yourself dating someone who only wants a fling or a casual relationship, or vice versa. You may find yourself making the wrong decision or choosing potential partners who do not share your value or belief, or you may simply not be in the right mindset at the moment to form a healthy romantic relationship. Okay, but this doesn't mean that there are no other paths that this card can take. This was just one path that this card would take you with for the month of May, and maybe things are not so negative as the first path. Okay, but you have to be cautious. You have to know that if you are too much into hostility or arguments, or you have this inability to communicate properly, then this can lead to a very negative backlash. Okay, so in this situation, this card, according to what it said, the one thing that you can do to make all the wrong things right is to be more assertive. Okay, you have to be more assertive, you have to be more emotionally invested in something. Okay, you have to be more into it if you want to win the argument. And if you are the one who is doing the argument, then you need to be more focused on the positive things in life. On your if you are in a relationship, then you need to focus on the positive things. You need to always remember all the good things that have happened with your partner or in your family, okay, whom you have a conflict with, so that you can recall all the positive things that there were that you are missing out. And maybe if you are communicating and expressing yourself in a positive way, and if you are more like, if you leave the conflict and the hostility, and if you leave out all the resentment, okay, and if you leave out all the anger and any issue that you have, then maybe you would be communicating in a right and positive direction. Okay, maybe you would look at things with a different perspective, and things would be much better than they would turn out to be in the month of May. Even in spiritual growth, even emotionally, this card indicates that you are pursuing a new belief system, okay, that may not be benefiting your life, but you are still pursuing something, okay. And it can also indicate that you may be letting hate triumph over love. And no matter what harm someone does, you should always strive to let go of the hate and embrace love for your own sake more than anyone else's. Okay, as the saying goes, hating someone is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So make a concentrated effort to let go of any negativity you may be holding on to and release it into the universe. Okay, now, this message card I think is very useful for us right now, because after reading that card, I think that we need a message that can properly guide us. So, with this Kundalini card, this has a very serpentine energy in it. Okay, this card is just telling us that you have to stay grounded, okay, throughout the process. Whatever you are going through, you have to stay grounded. Okay, connect to nature or exercise, make journals, maybe do some journaling, practice yoga, and through this grounding, you will be able to experience a beautiful and blissful awakening that takes you exactly where you were meant to be, which means that you would find your stability and peace if you focus on yourself first, okay? Without, this card is telling me, without really focusing on the others first, you need to focus on yourself first. So I think that this was the right message that we need for Leos, okay? Best not let your tempers get to you and just focus on yourself. Feel the peace of the universe, and maybe things would work out for you, okay? Remember all the positivity that you have in you, and maybe the negativity that is slowly brewing inside you would fade slightly. Okay, so that's it for this pile. Let's go for the next pile. Okay, so for the next pile, we have Gemini, and they are known for their curiosity and intellect. Now we have the cards of the world, okay, the prediction card, and we have the message from the deities, which is Dhyana in reverse. Now we will take a look at this message after we take a look at this major arcana card, which is the world. Now, the world is like, in love tarot reading, if you are in a relationship, the world can signify reaching a goal that you have aspired to. Okay, this goal can be anything from making up your broken relationship, or from having the goal of marriage, or maybe whatever you aspire to, you have reached it. That may be like getting married or having children, or just having a very happy, secure, loving, and committed place in your relationship. So there are like whole worlds opening up to you and your partner. So like, you have to enjoy this time, okay? You have both worked hard to get your relationship to this point, and if you are single, this world signifies that there are so many options open to you. Like, it suggests that you have worked hard to overcome your personal challenges to reach a stage where you are at peace with yourself and the place in the world, like you feel secure. Okay, this can only mean good things for you romantically, as like attracts like. Okay, when you are comfortable with yourself, happy, and open to to all the possibilities this life has to offer you, then maybe you will draw in someone amazing in your life. Okay, it can also be an indication that you may meet someone new while traveling, or someone who travels a lot, perhaps as part of their job. And it also suggests that you will be popular and in demand, which is very good. Now, this is what this card is telling me. This is a very positive card, and your relationship with even your family and even your love, okay, your sibling, your friends, they would be focusing on a very positive aspect. Okay, there would be a lot of positivity with this card in your relationship. Now, when it comes to your spiritual growth, okay, now this world signifies that you have come through the karmic lessons you were given, and you have learned from them. Okay, you now understand yourself, your path, and where and how you fit into this world. This is bringing you the sense of spiritual fulfillment you have longed for, and you will find that you are very in tune with the spirit, and new planes are opening up to you. You may feel compelled to go out into the world and share your knowledge and experience. Okay, so this is what I'm getting with this card, and let's take a look at our message, which is the reverse of Dhyana. Now, Dhyana is a deep sense of concentration into your soul. Okay, And this card is giving me a message that whatever fear, loneliness, jealousy, sadness, and anger that were the source of separation of your inner growth and your outer growth, like those would be resolved if you are diving deep into concentrating into healing yourself. Okay, you need to heal yourself, and this card is telling me that you need to focus on something. Okay, concentrate on something, and that something can be anything from your hobbies to yourself to a person to a cute puppy to a cute cat. Okay, you just need something to attach you to a stability, to a security, to a growth. Okay, and this card is telling me, this card is giving me a deep message that you will be experiencing oneness with your soul. Okay, you might be experiencing yourself in a light where you will feel that you are one with nature, with the sunlight, the earth, the moon, the soil, and you will feel that you are never alone. But that can only happen if you focus on yourself. Okay, if you focus on yourself, then you will get over whatever fragments of negativity are impacting you. And with this card, we already know that things are heading into a very positive direction. So, this is a very good time to let go of any negativity that you are holding back to. Okay, so this is it for this pile of Gemini. Now, let's take a look at the other cards. Alright, so our next pile is for Pisces, and they are known for their intimacy and their intuition and compassion. Okay, so the card that we have for them is the Knight of Swords. Okay, in a upright direction, and we have the message from the deity, which is Dhumavati. Okay, and we will take a look at what message she holds for us afterwards. First, let's take a look at our Knight of Swords. Now, this card is all about big changes and opportunity, and this whatever it is bringing us would be in a very positive light. Okay, so let's take a look. When we are reading it in a love tarot reading, if you are in a relationship, the Knight of Swords can indicate that you are in a relationship with someone who embodies the qualities outlined in the sections that you are very adaptable to. Okay, they have certain characteristics that you love very much. Okay, it can also indicate that a change you have been waiting for is imminent and you need to jump in with both feet. Okay, this could take the form of a deeper commitment or a marriage proposal or a romantic proposal. However, it can also indicate that your partner may be thinking about leaving the relationship, as it can represent a departure, and it can indicate that you and your partner may have to fight to keep each other. But if you are single, this card can indicate that you will meet someone who embodies the qualities outlined like according to you. Okay, they might have certain aspects that you love yourself in. Okay, like you would feel that they are too much like yourself. Okay, and this card can indicate a romantic proposal coming your way, or that you're going to be swept off your feet. Okay, now of course this card is representing both positive and negative light of your path. Okay, so in the month of May, maybe you would meet someone who is very much like the character traits that you like in someone. Okay, or maybe they are going to leave you. And even when it comes to your family or friends, your relationship is like in an equal balance, not too good, not too bad. So it's like just going to be okay. Okay, now when it comes to our spiritual growth, This card is again like speaking of certain big changes coming, okay? A moment in your life when many elements come together at the right time and place as the universe hands you an opportunity, okay? To advance on your path and embrace your destiny. Jump at a chance when it comes. So that's all you can do. Now, of course, I did say that this card brings in positivity as well. So I would be focusing more on the positive aspect of this card, which means that good things are coming your way. Okay, even if there is a certain energy of negativity in this card when it comes to love and relationships, this card is holding on to an aspect where things wouldn't be too bad and wouldn't be too good, okay? But it's like you would have a certain momentum, okay, in your life. Now, with this message card, we would get into more details of what this card might mean for us for the month of May. This card is a deity card with goddess Dhumavati with us. She is a goddess of disappointment and letting go. Now, this card is very in line with the previous card because it is a message regarding hardships. Okay, you have realized the hardships, the struggles, and you have learned an important lesson in your life in the past, or maybe in the future you would learn it in the month of May. So in this time period you would be shaping yourself, and this card is telling me that you need to let go of any disappointments that you might be holding on to yourself, because if you don't let go of certain aspects, okay, certain negativity, then no positivity would come in, because only if there is a gap in you, only then all the positivity would enter that gap. And for that gap to be made, you need to let go of anything negative that is holding you back. And with this card, we have acquired the message that you have to let go of the negativities, the disappointments that might be holding you back, and you have to let in the positivity, which can be anything, leading from a new relationship to a family support, okay, from a friendship to someone who you would trust again, okay? So that's it for this pile. I hope you liked the reading, and let's focus on the other pile. This was it for Pisces. Okay, so next up we have Aquarius. Okay, the Aquarius pile. Now we will take a look at it for the month of May. Aquarius are known for their originality and their progressive imaginings. Now for them we have the card of King of Chalices, which is King of Cups. Okay, and this is in reverse. We will take a look at it first. And the message that we have is Goddess Sita, from Goddess Sita, and we will take a look at it a little bit later. First, let's take a look at King of Chalices, which is King of Cups. Now, when it comes to love tarot reading, if you are in a relationship, the King of Cups reverse is not really a great card to get, as it can indicate that you or your partner become emotionally unstable and cause problems in the relationship. One of you may be going through a tough time emotionally and may not be treating the other with the love and kindness that they deserve. If that is the case, you may need to take some time to yourself to get in control of your emotions, okay, and resolve whatever issues are causing this upheaval. It can also represent cheating or certain disloyalty, and in the extreme negative can be a sign of violence. If that is your situation, you should seek professional support to get away and create a safe and secure situation for yourself. And if you're single, this King of Cups in reverse is also not a great card to get, as it can indicate an affair with a married man, okay, in worst case scenarios. I'm just giving an example. And alternatively, it can represent like a potential partner who will be cold, calculating, controlling, or will deceive you. Okay, this is just a worst case scenario. It can also be a warning to be mindful of your personal safety when dating, as it can be an indicator of extreme backlash. Okay, this uh, this represents like people who are charming and kind, but maybe they are very dangerous, and they are, even if they are not dangerous, they are kind of manipulative, and they have a certain dark side to them which you should be beware of. Alternatively, it can also indicate that a potential partner will be emotionally immature and become very clingy and needy, and maybe the person that you meet in your life is not really suitable for you. Okay, so in the end, this card is about the tough times that you would be moving on to with your love and relationship. Okay, now this card, even if it's a very negative card in the love and relationship aspect, this card is just a kind of caution, like precaution, that like a warning sign that you would have to heed. Okay, but it's not like it's really going to happen for everyone, but still you have to keep in mind that certain things might or might not happen. All you have to do is keep your emotional levels in check. Okay, don't be too blind into anything, like don't go blindly into any relationship. Okay, and if you're already in a relationship, you have to be mindful of how you approach your partner. Okay, express yourself, communicate properly, and if things are heading into a very negative direction, you just need to step out of it for a bit so that you can relax yourself, calm the situation, the relationship, and get the support that you need for yourself to get through to whatever is going to happen. Okay, now this card may be a bit of a big warning sign to us for the month of May, but with this message card we will learn of the message that we need to get over with. Okay, now we already know what all things can happen and what all we can do to keep away from certain things. But with this message, when it comes to Goddess Sita, she is a goddess of devotion and loyalty. Okay, which is in direct opposition to our King of Chalices. Okay, what reading we got. So, this card is not telling me that you need to be blindly faithful and devoted to your relationship or your family or friends. Okay, this card is telling me that you need to learn to be honest with yourself. Okay, honest with yourself and with others. If you are feeling that things are not right, and if you are feeling that things are okay, then you have to head in a certain direction. Okay, if things are positive, and if you feel that everything is good enough, then you need to be loyal and faithful to your partner. Okay, you cannot be dishonest with them. You have to be honest, because that way you would be communicating in a proper way and heading into a very positive direction. And if you things if things are not heading into a negative direction, if you think that your relationship is not good, and if you think that the people you meet are not good enough for you, or if they are holding on to something and being dishonest to you, then all you have to do is tell them the truth about things, talk with them, communicate with them, and things would head into a positive direction. Now, even spiritually, which I forgot to talk about, with the King of Chalices, when it comes to spirituality, this card can indicate that there is a lot of intuition that is being blocked. Okay, like you have your powers where you can engage into noting down the current things, like where you can engage in practices where your ability won't be manipulated. Okay, you would gain a very positive intent, you would gain the positive energies, but something is blocking that. Okay, something is blocking your abilities or your spiritual growth, and you just have to remember that whatever you are giving out, whether it's love, a light, or positive energy, you would obviously get them back. But this also represents that whatever is blocking your way, you would have to get rid of that. And by doing it, it means that you have to get rid of all the negativity or anyone that is hindering you from achieving positivity in your life. Okay, you have to have the achievement of positivity, you have to focus on the brighter side of life, and only when you focus on the good things will you realize your current perspective, your current situation more properly. Okay, so for the month of May, you have to be cautious about whom you trust, but you also have to be honest with yourself, and you have to look into a positive direction if you want to keep moving forward. Okay, so that's it for the month of May. Now let's get to the other piles. Now we have the next pile, which is for Libra. Now, Libra are known to be very considerate and they believe in fairness and harmony. Now, for them, for the month of May, we have the cards of Seven of Wands in upright position, and the message card we have is Satya in a reverse position. Now, I'll take a look at the message later on. First, let's take a look at our Seven of Wands. Now, when it comes to love tarot reading, when this card comes in a spread, this means that if you are in relationship, the Seven of Wands tells you that you have some challenges coming up, and if you want your relationship to go the distance, you are going to have to fight for it. Okay, this challenge may come from inside the relationship in the form of you or your partner trying to blame each other for issues. This minor arcana card can also indicate that your relationship is under attack from third parties and that you need to protect and defend it. Okay, you will need to maintain control, hold your own, and be determined. Okay, don't let others ruin what you have. But like if you are single, the Seven of Wands suggests that if you are interested in someone, you're going to have to fight for them. There may be serious competition for this person's affection, and if you allow yourself to sink into the background, then you may get overlooked. So, like, be expressive, communicate properly, and you will get over all the challenges that are coming your way. Okay, you have to be proactive and you have to be expressive if you want to get over anything negative that is heading your way. Now, when it comes to the spirituality, the spiritual growth or emotions that we would be facing in the month of May, this card indicates that you may have to stand up for your spiritual beliefs. So someone may challenge your belief system or maybe call your morals into question to try to ridicule or harass you for your beliefs. Okay, you have a right to your belief system, so don't allow anyone else to try and take that away from you. Okay, believe in what you want to believe, and there is nothing wrong with it. Okay, this is what this card is telling me. Now when we come to the message part, okay, what message this card have for us? This is Satya, which is about honesty. Okay, so now this card is telling me that this was in reverse. So this card is telling me that when truth becomes louder when we ignore its calling. Okay, so by stepping into the truth, you are committing to an elevated version of yourself, and all that does not match your heightened vibrations will fall away. So what was true for you once may not be true for you today, but you have to accept the sensuality of all the things, including yourself. What you believe in, like as we saw with this card, what you believe in, maybe that is not true for you anymore, but you have to believe in what you find out. Okay, you have to believe in yourself, but even if there is nothing much left into your belief or the truth that you believed for like several years or maybe several months, maybe that has been changing. Okay, you just have to accept what is coming your way. You just have to be honest with everything, and things would head into a positive direction. This just means that you have to focus on the truth of everything. You have to believe what you believed was good for you, and that is how you would have a positive impact on yourself. Okay, you have to have a certain, acceptance to yourself. Whatever you did in the past, whatever happened, you have to accept everything. And that's it for this card, this pile. I hope you liked it. Now let's move on to the next pile.